Good evening. I'd like to call the regular monthly board meeting to order. Would everyone please rise for the prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance?
Dear Heavenly Father, we call upon you this evening, asking for your guidance in our decision-making. Give us the wisdom to make our judgments based on the best interest of this community and the children we serve. These things we ask in your name. Amen.
Mr. Rodriguez, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Ms. Vocek.
Mr. Campbell?
Here.
Ms. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Jackson?
Here.
Ms. Lee Bowman? Here. Mr. Long?
Here.
Ms. Lemoyne?
Here.
Ms. Dysart?
Here.
Ms. Rodney?
Here.
Mr. Rodriguez?
Here.
Mr. Warner?
Here.
And Ms. White?
Thank you, Ms. Vocek. First item on the agenda, a communications update and super news. And good evening, Ms. Val.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Okay, so we have a packed super news coming up for you. I have my communications update. It's in a little packet in front of you. It's all of our press releases for the last couple of months because we've had the special features with our Teachers of the Year and Students of the Year. So this comms update is pretty packed. Our Facebook stats are at the end with all of the weather that happened recently and all of the shares that were happening. Those numbers are crazy with like all of the shares. News travels very fast when it needs to. So this super news feature is going to be about Trist Middle and Goche Elementary and all kinds of other amazing things that have been happening since I think November was the last time that we had a super news feature. So we've got a lot packed in there tonight for you. So without further ado, please enjoy our super news.
And now from the desk of the superintendent's office, it's time for Super News.
Hello, happy 2024 and welcome to Super News, where we share some of the good things happening in our school system.
Before we look ahead, let's take a quick look back to again salute our outstanding teachers and students of the year. Congrats and thanks for all that you do. And because January is School Board Member Appreciation Month, we'd also like to recognize the leadership of the members of our school board. We appreciate your guidance and strength. Thank you for your support.
And speaking of thanks, we'll kick things off with a quick look at our gratitude breakfast. Each year, our day of reflection brings the community together for food, fun, and fellowship, serving as a reminder of the importance of working together.
Here in St. Bernard Parish, within Chalmette High School, we have students from our entire parish. It is our mission, our hope, that these students will form lifelong friendships and serve as catalysts to unite the communities within this great parish.
It's also a time to share some of our district highlights spelled out in our quality report and to showcase the talent and accomplishments of our students.
Thanks was also at the heart of another project where Lynn Lincoln, designer and merchandising specialist at MS Rao Antiques, visited the art room at Chalmette High School to make a generous donation for art supplies. The gift was part of a grant to assist high school arts educators, providing art supplies to classrooms in need. Art teacher Jeannie Bacon said she and her students were thrilled with the donation and excited to put them to good use.
Our Special Olympics program was also the recipient of some big-time generosity when Miro Refinery recently distributed $40,000 to help our special athletes and coaches. This generous gift will help support this program aimed at bringing everyone together through sportsmanship and teamwork.
And speaking of teamwork, I am here at Goche Elementary. Let's go meet its on-location Super News team right now. Take it away, kids.
Hi, I'm Sophie DePola.
And I'm Riley Nitto. And welcome to our school's Super News segment. We'll begin with the start of something new and cool, our book club. We always start our meetings with snacks and an icebreaker activity, like how to draw book characters, character bingo, or pair and share our favorite books.
Then we flow into the main activity like musical biographies, taking a story thread and performing it with a friend, or pass the potato to share the books we're most grateful for.
Finally, we end book checkout based on a theme like comic books, biographies, favorite series, etc. We always incorporate a fun game and students win small prizes. Remember, leaders and readers. Hey Sophie, you know what kind of books they read at the Moments Planetariums?
Know what?
Comic books.
You're so funny. Another new program took place this year, our first ever Heritage Night. All parents and students were invited to attend to look at the work art class students did to prepare for Black History Month. View some of the exhibit representing Latin America, as well as the work from Mexico and Japan.
Students also made art representing Italian American and Irish American heritage and completed activities demonstrating traditions from their families. Fourth grade students also wrote haiku. Our chorus performed the melody from Encanto and wrapped it all up with a performance by our pep squad.
And speaking of performances, our music teacher, Miss Rockwell, invited kindergarten to second grade parents to attend a child's Christmas performances in music class. Students sang a Christmas song, danced, and also performed a song on bells.
Parents were then invited to go through music centers with their child, giving them a chance to see how their child learns in music class. Parents were able to draw, color, and play games after they watched their child perform.
From reading, art, and culture, there's always something good happening at our school.
Thanks for the visit. Bye!
Nice job, Goche, and congratulations to our 2 latest Posse Scholars. Recently, Chalmette High seniors Peyton Sheeler and Tanya White were awarded this prestigious scholarship to Case Western Reserve University and Tulane, respectively.
We have a lot of extracurriculars here, and I feel like it really helped me learn how to be very friendly with people and interact in large groups, while also teaching me how to be a leader in those kind of situations, which is all things you need when you're with your posse.
I think not knowing exactly what they're expecting and what they're gonna kind of ask us was challenging, and then also waiting, because it was early decision, so you kind of don't know exactly what's gonna happen. You don't know if you're actually gonna get it, but being able to receive the scholarship was really nice.
Each award is valued at over $250,000 and was awarded to these 2 owls for their leadership, intellect, and a commitment to making a difference.
I really think the community at Chalmette High School, our teachers become really close to us, and I love almost all of my teachers. I have a great time being here, and the school is really home to me.
I want to give a big thank you to Mr. Ballard, the leader for the school's posse program. He's been a huge help in really pushing me towards doing this and ensuring that I have all the information I need.
Under his guidance, our students have earned over $6 million in Posse scholarships. Thank you for your ongoing commitment.
Another outstanding senior, Alex Jorns, also deserves kudos for her big news, winning the Congressional App Challenge Award for her submission to Congressman Steve Scalise.
I developed College Collage to help students with the college application process. It matches students to colleges by providing them a filterable list of categories.
The recognition is in honor of her innovative ideas in the field of computer science, STEM and coding. For her project, Alex will get to travel to DC to show off her app at Congress.
Life presents many opportunities, and if you take advantage of them, then you can see success from them.
And now we'll go from computers to cannons as history was brought to life at the annual Battle of New Orleans commemoration. Our students got to experience much of this monumental moment, learning how the world's greatest army was defeated right here in St. Bernard by a ragtag group of militia, volunteers, free people of color, and pirates.
And speaking of pirates, let's not miss the good news at Tris. Let's meet the Super News crew now. Take it away, guys.
Hi, I'm Ramsey Alexander.
And I'm Mia Favalor. Let's get to our Super News segment.
We'll start off with something to cheer about, as our MP Tris cheer team recently competed at both the Mississippi and Louisiana UCA regional competitions.
For their hard work and dedication, our cheerleading squad also earned a bid to nationals in Disney World this year. Great job!
And speaking of a great job, our teachers deserve a lot of credit for our success here at Trist. Our school has a true family feel, and it just might be because so many former pirates have joined the faculty here, working with their former teachers. It really shows that we are all in it together.
Togetherness and teamwork were also a big part of the success of our Trist volleyball team. This year's team went undefeated throughout the season and captured the District Meadow League Championship. Congratulations to the players and coaches. Hey Ramsey, maybe instead of Pirates, we should call our volleyball team Butter.
Butter? Why?
Because they were really on a roll.
Anyway, we'll end today with a quick visit to the new addition to our school, a new sensory room. This space, along with all of our classrooms, have a variety of fidget and sensory tools. It helps create a more inclusive learning environment for all of us.
Thanks for that new addition, and thank you all for joining us today. Peace.
Thanks, Pirates, and thanks to everyone who took part in a very special event at the MoMA Center, where knowledge, sports, food, partnerships, and fellowship were all part of a visit by renowned orthopedic surgeon, Dr. James Andrews. His time in St. Bernard included talks with student athletes, coaches, and community leaders, followed by a great lunch, all to celebrate our new partnership with Ochsner Health, the St. Bernard Hospital, and the Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
I'm going to some high schools and we're trying to get everybody started up like we're doing right here to make sure that we try to do what we can to prevent injuries. Putting them together and operating on them and fixing them was one thing, but prevention is the key. Our motto is to keep the young kids out of the operating room and on the playing field.
And speaking of sports, let's give a shout out to Jody McMichael, who was recently named to the All-State volleyball team, to Anaya Harris, who was selected as a Saints Scholar by the New Orleans Saints, to Taryn Koffel, who signed a full basketball scholarship to UAB, and to our very own Chalmette High basketball coach, Chandra Johnson, who was recently named as one of the best high school basketball players in the region over the last 25 years and leading her team to a state championship. We are lucky to have her on our team, and we congratulate her and these outstanding student athletes at Chalmette High.
And now we'll go from sports to ballet as we see some of the highlights of this year's New Orleans Ballet Association. Through this partnership, our students learn grace, poise, discipline, and fun, all stressed by the teaching professionals. Thanks to them and to all that make it possible, especially Chalmette Refining PBF, who sponsored this after-school program.
The NOVA Showcase was just one of many holiday events that took place last month. Congrats to all of our performers, sponsors, teachers, and coaches, and all of those who work behind the scenes to give others a chance to shine.
And before we go, I'd like to thank our outgoing parish president, Guy McGinnis, for all of his hard work and leadership over the years, and wish our new parish president and his council the best of luck.
And finally, with our theme of legacy, we thought it appropriate to share a moment of gratitude to longtime educator and supervisor Tommy Powell, who recently passed away.
A great mentor and leader, he served our community for over 50 years and is greatly missed. Thanks, Mr. Powell, for all you've done, and thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time on Super News.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Felt, and congratulations to all our students and teachers who have excelled beyond beliefs. They've done an excellent job, and to all our scholars who have earned scholarships, it's wonderful to see them succeed so greatly. Yes. Anyone else? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next item on the agenda is St. Bernard Parish Government proclaiming January 2024 as School Board Recognition Month. And with us tonight, we have Mr. Fred Everhart, who is Counsel at Large. Good evening, and thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here, too, especially on recognizing this board for School Board Member Recognition Month. Let me say this, watching these videos, it really, a lot of people watch these videos. I know I'm one of them. And I hear people talk a lot about how the videos let people know how talented our kids are and how much these kids are being taught and how much they're succeeding in school. You know, I mean, it's a great issue. And all y'all hard work and y'all dedication does not go unknown. We entrust y'all with our most precious gift from God, and that's our children, and y'all doing a great job with it. So with that being said, I'm honored to be here tonight to recognize y'all board as recognition, School Board Recognition Month. Mr. Pomaz is in Washington, D.C. right now. The council is going to be in there. We all leaving tonight at 4 o'clock to get over there. We have meetings scheduled from 7 o'clock all the way till 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. So it's going to be a hectic week, but it's communing with everybody and all elected officials up there, and it's networking, and it's really a great trip, and it benefits us a lot for funding from anywhere from infrastructure to coastal to issues that we need money funding for, buying equipment, stuff for the parish government itself. So with all that being said, I'm going to read this out for y'all. By virtue and authority vested in us, the governing body of St. Bernard Parish, we do hereby proclaim January 2024 as School Board Member Recognition Month, given under the hand and the seal of St. Bernard Parish Governor on this day, 23rd of January 2024. It's signed by all the council members, and the council members all say thank you and for everything that y'all do. And then Lewis, our parish president, Mr. Pomaz. Thank you guys for everything.
Thank you, Fred. We appreciate it. On behalf of the entire board, we would just want to tell you, Mr. Everhart, thank you for coming tonight, and we thank the Parish President Pomaz and the entire council for recognizing us as School Board Member Recognition Month, and we appreciate it. And with the new council having been seated recently, we look forward to continuing to work with parish government and making our parish a wonderful place to work and live. And again, we appreciate your recognition in the entire council and Parish President Pomaz. Thank you so
all.
very much.
I can tell you this, the parish is looking bright. We have a great group of guys, men and women, with many different attitudes and mindsets. And, it's only our second meeting, and we're really getting things started. So it's not a learning curve. So I think the parish did good by electing the people that we have on our council now. So y'all have a good night. God bless. Y'all
Thank
need
you.
anything, you know where to calls.
And we're going to take a quick picture before you leave, okay? Board members, if you would, come stand around the day. Okay, thank you, and we'll move on to our next item on the agenda, Medical Emergency Response Plan. Ms. Voce.
Yeah, let me just frame this a little bit. One of the policy changes tonight that we went over at the committee meeting had to do with the emergency response plan that is mandated that school systems have. And I asked Ms. Laura McGinnis to come up because she heads our emergency response team from the medical side. And we have been doing this for many years, and we have been building on it. So I've asked her to come and make the presentation concerning the CPR training, the AED training, and the whole plan. So, Laurie, if you would come up.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone had a great day. Last week, Mr. Morales presented the updated AED policy. I'm here today to talk about our AED procedure and how we are implementing the new changes. All of St. Bernard Parish schools are equipped with AEDs. The policy requires that we have appropriate trained staff members. Our staff members take a training course which they are certified for every 2 years. There's also a website they can visit to brush up on their skills. Our addition to the policy is to have AEDs at our interscholastic athletic events. The policy states that any schools that sponsor an interscholastic athletic event shall have an AED and a trained user. Also, each school shall have a cardiac emergency response plan. We have AEDs at all of our school offices, Chalmette High Gym, the baseball, softball field, the theater, the field house, and the swimming pool. We have developed a procedure that we call the MERP, which stands for Medical Emergency Response Plan. This plan is implemented at each school. The MERP consists of 3 stages. The first stage is meeting with the principal and developing a plan of action. The second stage is to meet with the designated CPR, AED, first aid staff to instruct them on their role. The third stage is to do a mock medical emergency drill at the school. Our PE teachers and coaches are all certified in CPR, AED, and first aid. They are in charge of the MERP during the interscholastic athletic event. Each of our schools have a method of activating the MERP. All of the schools will be using a MERP text. The MERP text will only be used in a true medical emergency. That's when somebody's not breathing, chest pain, non-responsive. Some schools have also chosen to include radios. The school nurse and administrator of the school together chose the placement of the AED. The school nurse does a routine maintenance every month to make sure the AED is fine and all our pads are within a date. We notify our medical emergency, all school nurses are certified in CPR, AED, and first aid by the American Heart Association, and our staff members are certified by our school nurses through American Red Cross. We notify our local emergency medical services. I do this by emailing Acadian Ambulance Services, the location of where the AEDs, the type of AEDs, every year. I also notify them of any critically ill students that we may have and let them know the location of the child. The school nurse staff meets yearly to review and evaluate our MERP plan. If needed, we consult with our director, Dr. Stewart. And then in your folder, I have that all the people that are certified in CPR, so as of right now, we have over 400 people in our school system that are certified, and y'all have the page. And then there's a copy of the MERP plan, and then an AED program implementation plan that answers a lot of questions, and then where our designated AED sites are, and then the policy, of course. And also in the policy, I also wanted to mention that the revised statute has that it's a program, it's funded, it's called Jumpstart Your Heart. And we have old AEDs, they still working, and they're fine. But they are funding, giving us a fund to purchase all new AEDs. And that's through the
statewide appropriations.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McGinnis. Are there any questions at this time?
You know, I just want to reiterate that our nurses do an incredible job in the training. And if you notice from this first page, you can see the number of people who are trained throughout our school district. And we have not only just our PE teachers and all of our coaches and such, but our bus drivers. We have some cafeteria workers, school secretaries, some administrators. So that team at each school knows exactly what to do in any situation. And we had gotten quite a few of the AEDs. In fact, and we have portable ones as well. Like
I have one to show you here.
Okay. And Ms. McGinnis was telling me that we had a student in our band who might have potential incident or whatever, so we even have that. If we have an activity that our kids are going to, it travels with the band director or with the group that is going out. So the law requires that we have them at these athletic events that we have, you know, at all of our ball games at the high schools and middle schools, but we go beyond that as well. And like I said, they do an incredible job of training so many people, and that training is on a 2-year cycle, and all of these are currently up to date with the CPR and AED training that is done in-house with our people. So thank y'all.
Thank you.
Are there any questions at this time? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that participated, you know, getting trained, because it's something you have to do, and it takes time out your life to do it.
Yes.
And I want to thank them for taking the time, because it's very important. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I too would like to say thank you, Ms. McGinnis, and to all the school nurses who do an incredible job every day in our schools. And it's very reassuring to have so many people who have been trained in CPR and for our students. So thank you so much.
We appreciate that.
To you and the entire nursing staff. Thank you very much.
Now, I'm a little disappointed because you told me you were going to bring the specialized mannequin.
So we had old CPR mannequins, and everything's always updated. So I asked if we could get new ones, and these are these are brand new. So what happens is when you do compressions, this light either turns red or green. So if it turns red, that means you're doing it wrong. So if it turns green, you're doing it correct. So it's really neat. So we can really show them how to do correct CPR. But it's amazing. It's way better than the ones we had. So I'm excited about it.
So we have our props. Even though Mr. Morales over there volunteered to be the live dummy if we need him.
Thank you again. You know, it's easier to see too when, you know, visual aids are wonderful in a classroom. So thank you so much for that education. We appreciate it.
You have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, election of officers. And the first office is election of president, and I will ask Ms. Lemoyne if you would chair this item, please.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, agenda item number 3.1 is the election of president. And so at this time, we'll open the floor for nominations. Mr. Long?
Thank you, Ms. Lemoyne. I would like to nominate Ms. Diana Dysart as president for the calendar year of 2024.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Long, seconded by Mr. Campbell. Any questions, comments? Do we need a nomination to close? Do we have a motion to close the nominations?
Make a motion that we close the nominations.
We have a motion by Mr. Warner, seconded by Ms. White. And now, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Congratulations, Ms. Dysart.
Thank you, Ms. Lemoyne, and thank you to all my fellow board members. I appreciate the opportunity. I humbly accept, and I do look forward to working with each and every one of you in the coming year. And as always, if you have anything, just let me know. And again, I look forward to a cooperative working relationship with each of you for the betterment of all our students. So I thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, and thank you for chairing that item, Ms. Lemoyne. Okay, next item on the agenda is the election of vice president. At this time, the floor is open for nominations. Ms. Jackson?
I would like to nominate Catherine Lemoyne to continue to serve as our vice president for another year.
Okay, there's a motion by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. Lee Bowman to nominate Ms. Catherine Lemoyne as vice president. Are there any other nominations at this time? Is there a motion to close the nominations? Motion by Ms. White to close the nominations, seconded by Mr. Warner. Okay. There being no other motions, the nominations are now closed, and please cast your votes for vice president.
Motion passes 11-0.
Okay, congratulations, Ms. Lemoyne.
And I just want to say thank you to all the board members for giving me this opportunity to serve as vice president, and very much looking forward to working with you all to collaborate in the best interest of our students and our teachers and staff. So thank you.
Congratulations again, Ms. Lemoyne. I look forward to working with you also. Okay. Next item on the agenda is approval to incorporate the report of the General Committee meeting minutes of January 9th, 2024 into the minutes of the January 23rd, 2024 regular monthly meeting.
So moved.
There's a motion by Mr. Warner, seconded by Mr. Campbell. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next item is an approval of the regular monthly meeting minutes of November 28, 2023, as published on January 19, 2024. There's a motion by Ms. Lemoyne. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Jackson. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next item is an approval of the special meeting. This was the superintendent's evaluation minutes of December 5th, 2023, as published on January 19th, 2024.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Long. Is there a second? Second by Ms. White. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next item is an approval of the regular monthly meeting minutes of December 13th, 2023, as published on January 19th, 2024.
So moved.
There's a motion by Ms. Lemoyne, seconded by Ms. Jackson. Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next item are the personnel changes for January 2024, and all of those highlighted are additional changes since the committee meeting, and there are quite a few.
Quite a few.
So we will give you a few minutes to digest those.
Right. The second page is what you were given at the committee meeting, and your top page are the additions since the committee meeting.
Mr. Long?
Ms. Foche, is it unusual to have that many changes in the month of January? Seems like that we
At
don't-
the end of the first semester, starting the second semester, which is now, it's
Right.
usual that we do have some turnover and changes. But you also see in the retirements, most of the people that are doing the retirements, their retirement date would be the end of the school year or such. They're
Oh,
beginning to
okay.
give us advance notice now, for a couple of reasons. Because at the community bank, we recognize those who are retiring, so we need to know exactly what their intentions are. And when we go to staffing for next school year, we need to know really who intends to do that. So we do have a few more, we have a lot of paraeducators that we have added on for different reasons, because we've had some vacancies, plus the fact that we do have some of our children maybe with special needs that we need more assistance with in that area as well.
Also, I see one of the retirements is Cindy England. It's, wow.
Yeah.
How many years does she have? About 50 years, I think?
Not quite 50, it's in the 40s. You know, and I do have to say, and I know you normally start that off, but I do have to say, when you look at the retirements, we're going to be losing this year, as we do every year, quite a few people. If you look at Miss Strauss and Miss Austin, who have announced their retirements as well, and then Myra Faust and Clara Filizola and Donna Kramer, but, you know, Cindy England, who has worked here. I really do have to say, I mean, being here so long, and she's been with the school system for over 40 years. She worked at the school, I think at the Old Bournemouth, and then at Trist as well. Then was the secretary of the transportation department when Mr. Dennis was here as the supervisor. Then moved into what she is doing now. And if you've been to any of our events, as you all have, been to our events, she is so creative. She's the person who makes sure all the decorations are done and things are done so well. She's going to be tremendously missed.
Some big shoes to fill.
That's very big shoes to fill.
A lot of them.
So as are all of the people that we have, and you know, we wish them well in retirement and hope that they're going to come back volunteering to help our kids and help us with the different events and such.
Okay, thank you.
And I too just want to echo the retirements. Denise Strauss from Shelman High, Robin Austin from Araby Elementary. Thank you for your many teaching years, and we appreciate your hard work and working with our students for all those years. And we want to wish you a happy retirement, and thank you sincerely. And also Myra Faust, Clara Filizola, Donna Kramer, and Cindy England. All of you will be sorely missed, and we want to thank you for your many years of service to the St. Bernard Parish school system. And just to give a shout out to Cindy England. She's really going to be missed in the central office. You know, Cindy always went beyond the call of duty, no matter what it was. As you said, Ms. Foche, she's so creative and would just, you know, put everything into any event we had, and to just made everything as perfect as could be. And we're going to miss Cindy very much. And but we want to wish all of our retirees a very happy retirement, and they all will be missed. And we thank them for all the years of service that they've given to us. Anyone else? Okay. There'll be no more discussion. We'll move on. Okay. Next item on the agenda is an approval to authorize the newly elected school board president to sign on the school board checking accounts on behalf of the board. There's a motion by Ms. Lemoyne. Is there a seconded by Ms. Lee Bowman? Any discussion? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next is an adoption of the resolution, Code of Conduct for Louisiana School Board members. There was a recommendation by the committee, and the motion reads as such. Oh, I didn't know if he was coming up to say anything. Resolution, Code of Conduct for Louisiana School Board members. Whereas members of the school board, we will endeavor to meet and adhere to the following LSB Code of Conduct to represent the constituents, parents, and students of the district, which I serve, while remembering that my overarching concern must be the educational welfare of all of the students of the district. Respect and uphold the laws and Constitution of the United States, the state of Louisiana, and the policies adopted by the school board. Respect and treat with professionalism and courtesy my fellow board members, the superintendent, staff, educators, parents, and students of the district. Maintain decorum and professionalism in my communications with and about my fellow school board members, the superintendent, the staff, educators, parents, and students of the district, no matter the forum. To recognize that my authority is that of a member of the school board acting through the process of the school board, and that I do not have, nor will I attempt to exert any authority as an individual over the superintendent, staff, educators, parents, or students of the district. Respect and adhere to the decisions of the school board while retaining the right to respectfully seek reconsideration of decisions which I individually disagree. Guide and direct the concerns, complaints, and questions of constituents, parents, and students to the superintendent for consideration and action in accordance with school board policy. Conduct my personal and professional life in a manner befitting an elected representative of the people in accordance with the laws of the United States and the state of Louisiana. Refrain from using the position as an elected school board member to pursue personal financial gain or aggrandizement. Make a concerted effort to attend the meetings of the school board to which I am called, and be prepared to discuss and deliberate on the matters that are scheduled to be before me. Respect and maintain the confidentiality of information to which I may become privy in accordance with the state and federal laws and the fiduciary obligation that I owe to the district. Affiliate with the School Boards Association and avail myself of the continuing education opportunities offered hereby toward meeting my obligations for annual continuing education as provided by law. Resolved, the St. Bernard Parish School Board adopts the Louisiana School Boards Association Code of Conduct for Louisiana School Board members, given under our hand and seal of the St. Bernard Parish School Board on this 23rd day of January 2024. Does the board wish to join in on joint acclamation? All in favor of joint acclamation signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Joint acclamation carries. Thank you. Okay, and next item is an adoption of the resolution of the date, time, and place of the general committee and regular monthly meetings for the year 2024. And this was a recommendation by the committee, and that resolution reads as such. Whereas Title 17 requires local school boards to hold at least one regular monthly meeting, and that public written notice of meetings be given, and whereas Act 707 of the 1977 Louisiana Legislature exempts local school boards from having to give written notice of each regular meeting by adopting a resolution establishing the date, time, and place of regular meetings, and whereas the Louisiana School Boards Association has recommended that all school boards in the state of Louisiana adopt a resolution to this effect, and that the resolution be given appropriate written public notice. Therefore, be it resolved that the St. Bernard Parish School Board hereby establishes 6 p.m. on the second Tuesday of each month for the calendar year 2024 to meet as a committee of the whole for a general committee meeting, and 6 p.m. on the fourth Tuesday of each month for the calendar year 2024 to meet for its regular monthly meeting, with the following exceptions: February 20th, 24 for its general committee meeting, March 19th, 2024 for its regular monthly meeting, November 19th, 2024 for its regular monthly meeting, and December 10th for its regular monthly meeting at 6:30 p.m. And be it resolved that said meetings will be conducted in the St. Bernard Parish School Board Office, 200 East St. Bernard Highway, Chalmette, Louisiana, and that an agenda will be posted 24 hours prior to a meeting at the St. Bernard Parish School Board Office and on the St. Bernard Parish School Board website. And be it further resolved that written public notice will be given at least 24 hours in advance of any change in a day, time, and place of regular meetings. And be it resolved further that this resolution will be posted in the St. Bernard Parish School Board office and that copies will be forwarded to the local newspapers. Given under our hand and seal of the St. Bernard Parish School Board on this 23rd day of January 2024. Does the board wish to join in a joint acclamation? All in favor of the motion for joint acclamation signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries. Okay, next item on the agenda is the adoption of the revision of School Board Policy CG recommended by the committee. Good evening, Mr. Morales.
Hello, everyone. I'm just here to answer any questions if you have any. I can read over any point if you'd like me to.
Okay.
Just let me know what you'd like me to do.
All right, so the first one is the, I know discussion
record,
took
yes,
place
ma'am.
at the committee meeting.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
And this is for policy CG, administrative records. Are there any questions on this one? Okay, is there a motion on the floor at this time to recommend? Okay, there's a motion by Mr. Long, seconded by Ms. Lemoyne. Any further discussion? All in favor, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Foche. Next one is policy 6.5, gifts and donations. Are there any questions at this time? Is there a motion on the floor first? There's a motion by Ms. Jackson, seconded by Ms. Lemoyne. Any discussion or questions? Okay, you must have done a great job at the committee meeting,
tried my
Mr.
best.
Morales. Okay, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next one's policy 6.6, EBBH, use of automated external defibrillator, AED.
And that was the
a tongue
presentation,
twister.
obviously, that Ms. McGinnis
Right.
just gave to all of you.
Okay. There's a motion by Ms. White, seconded by Mr. Warner. Any discussion? Okay, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next is policy 6.7, parent conferences, and that policy is IHAD. Is there a motion on the floor at this time? Mr. Rodriguez? Seconded by Mr. Campbell. Any discussion or any questions? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next is policy 6.8, JGB, school wellness. Is there a motion on the floor to
So
accept?
moved.
Motion by Mr. Warner, seconded by Ms. Jackson. Any discussion or questions? There being none, please cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Thank you. Next is policy 6.9, JGC, student health services.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. White, seconded by Ms. Rodney. Any discussion? There being none, cast your votes.
Motion passes 11-0.
Okay. And that
Thank
would
you,
be
everyone.
it.
Have
Thank
a
you
great
so
night.
much, Mr. Morales, and you must have did an excellent job at that committee meeting. Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda, or items to be placed on the next committee meeting agenda. Ms. Harris?
Can we get an update on the school safety task force and the meetings?
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, and you always have before the next committee meeting to add anything to the agenda. All right, next item on the agenda, superintendent's notes. Ms. Bocek.
Well, just to kind of remind everybody, you know, we were the first school district in the state of Louisiana to have every one of our schools accredited by, at that time, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, which has morphed into Advanced Ed, now is Cognia, and we did our first district-wide review many years ago. And as we had discussed earlier, I think in the year we are undergoing right now a district review, and we've been working very diligently on preparing the document, meeting all the standards for Cognia district-wide accreditation. We're pretty much getting to the end, finishing the report, which has to be in by February 1st. They are not doing, as they have in the past, on-site visits anymore. So, right, so putting in that particular report, and then sometime in March, I think it's March 14th, and I'll be making a presentation to them, but virtually, answering any questions and such that they would have, and then get the results at that particular time. So we're getting close to the end of it, and we've been involving everyone over the course of the year in making sure that we do have our plan for continuous progress and that we're meeting all of those Cognia standards. And just to remind people that our next committee meeting, which is usually the second Tuesday of the month, but February 13th, next month, is Mardi Gras. So the committee meeting will be February 20th, the third Tuesday of the month, followed by on the 27th as the regular meeting, which is as originally scheduled. So a reminder, the committee meeting next month will be February 20th, the third Tuesday of the month. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bocek. We appreciate that. Is there a motion to adjourn? There's a motion by Mr. Campbell. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Harris. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. The meeting's now adjourned. Thank you and good night.